the rise of a warrior empire. From the scorching sands of the Sahara, they emerged, a brotherhood of warriors bound by faith and fire. They were not kings or nobles, but nomads turned conquerors. Their mission? To unite North Africa, reclaim Al-Andalus, and reshape the Islamic world. This is the story of the Almoravids, Morocco's warrior kings. The Almoravid Dynasty, 1040–1147, was one of the most powerful Islamic empires of the medieval world. Originating from the deserts of Mauritania, this Berber warrior movement transformed into a vast empire that stretched from the Sahara to Spain, ruling over Morocco, Algeria, and parts of Andalusia. But how did they rise so quickly, and what led to their dramatic fall? Today, we uncover the full story of the Almoravids, from their humble beginnings to their ultimate collapse. 1. The birth of the Almoravid movement. Our story begins in the early 11th century, in the harsh deserts of Mauritania and southern Morocco. The Berber tribes of this region, known as the Sanhaja Confederation, were skilled traders and warriors but politically fragmented. Enter Abdallah ibn Yasin, a strict Islamic scholar and teacher. He believed the Berbers had drifted away from true Islam and needed to return to its purest form. Ibn Yasin gathered a group of devoted followers known as the Murabitun, Almoravids, meaning those who stand firm in faith. From religious movement to military power, at first the Almoravids were just a small band of religious reformers. But faith alone wasn't enough. They needed power. Ibn Yasin transformed his followers into a fearsome military force, imposing strict Islamic law and conquering rebellious Berber tribes. By the mid-11th century, they were no longer just a movement. They were an army. 2. The Almoravid conquests, expanding the empire. Under Yusuf ibn Tashfin, the Almoravids exploded onto the world stage. Unlike previous rulers, Yusuf was not just a religious leader, he was a brilliant general and strategist. The conquest of Morocco, 1062–1072. The Almoravids swept through Morocco, crushing rival tribes and taking control of key cities. In 1062, Yusuf founded Marrakech, which became the capital of the Almoravid Empire. The War for Al-Andalus, 1086–1094. While Morocco was under Almoravid rule, Al-Andalus, Muslim Spain, was in crisis. The Muslim kingdoms known as the Taifa states were weak and divided. The Christian kingdoms of the north, Castile, Leon, and Aragon, were expanding rapidly under King Alfonso II. In 1085, Alfonso VI captured Toledo, the former capital of Muslim Spain. This was a devastating loss for Islam. The Muslim rulers of Spain called for help, and Yusuf ibn Tashfin answered. The Battle of Sagrajas, 1086, Almoravid victory. Yusuf crossed into Spain with a massive army of Berber warriors. At the Battle of Sagrajas, the Almoravids annihilated Alfonso VI's army, halting the Christian advance. Over the next decade, they conquered most of Muslim Spain, restoring Al-Andalus to Islamic rule. 3. The height of Almoravid power. By 1100, the Almoravid Empire stretched from the Sahara Desert to northern Spain. It was a period of economic prosperity, military dominance, and strict Islamic rule. Marrakech, the heart of the empire. Marrakech became one of the most powerful cities in North Africa. The Almoravids built massive mosques, fortifications, and palaces, turning it into a thriving Islamic center. Strict Islamic rule. The Almoravids imposed Malikite Sunni Islam, banning what they saw as corrupt practices. This strict approach won them support from religious scholars but alienated many locals. Problems begin. As the empire grew, corruption and decadence crept in. The rigid religious laws made them unpopular with non-Almoravid Muslims. A new enemy was rising in Morocco, the Almohads. 4. The fall of the Almoravids, 1120–1147. The Almohads, a new threat. The Almohad movement, founded by Ibn Tumart, began as a response to the Almoravid rule. They accused the Almoravids of failing to uphold true Islam and launched a holy war against them. War and rebellion. From 1120 to 1147, the Almohads waged a brutal war against the Almoravids. City after city fell, and by 1147, Marrakech was captured. The last Almoravid rulers were killed, marking the end of their dynasty. 5. The Almoravid legacy. Despite their fall, the Almoravids left a lasting mark on Moroccan and Islamic history. They founded Marrakech, which remains one of Morocco's most important cities. They saved Al-Andalus from Christian conquest, delaying the fall of Muslim Spain for centuries. They introduced new military tactics, shaping future Berber and Arab warfare. They enforced strict Sunni Islam, influencing North African religious practices. Conclusion: a dynasty of conquerors. The Almoravids came from the desert, conquered an empire, and ruled with faith and fire. But like all great powers, they eventually fell to an even stronger force. But history doesn't end here. The Almohads, the dynasty that defeated them, would go on to create an even greater empire. Coming next. The Almohads, Morocco's greatest empire. What do you think of the Almoravids? Were they great rulers or too extreme? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more epic history content.